I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Fear is my friend. I love fear. Fear allows me to reach my highest potential. The fear of failing is an illusion.
Yeah.
Fear is an illusion, but we have to have desire. We have to have something that pushes us. Fear pushes us.
The best way to fight the demons that chase you in the night is to stop and turn around. Turn around. Face them. Man up.
Be fucking fearless, or as close to it as possible.
Make up your mind that fear is not going to stop you from doing the thing you really want to do.
Never fear a storm. Learn to dance in the rain.
Your biggest enemy is you. My whole book is about you battling yourself. People don't understand it's you against you. The only person that gets in your way is you. Nobody else. It's you.
Lose! I don't lose! I win! I win! I'm a lawyer! That's my job! That's what I do!
You'll never have that kind of relationship in a world where you're always afraid to take the first step because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road.
You gonna take the professor's side on
Don't
this?
give me a line of shit, no.
Look, I didn't want the job.
It's not about the job. I don't care if you work for government. But you can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing.
You have to have no fear. You have to have no fear. You have to believe in who you are and what you do, and just go fucking get it.
Act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional. Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you.
A lot of people, when they think about working out, they think of it as being a physical thing.
Right, no. I always equated training to mental toughening. And through that, I found myself. I struggled my whole life, but I ran from it. So I started realizing, man, I got to start facing the struggle, and I got to be mentally strong for the struggle. So that's where I started coming up with, like, I'm training for life. So I started seeing myself very differently than the average human being. I was like, hang on a second. I have something they don't have. And that's when I started to develop these things through working out. It was this great, never-ending work ethic. And through work ethic, I developed self-esteem.
Your mind is designed to help you get what you want. You just have to be willing to believe it's possible.
I fight against my mind. Yes, sometimes it's happened. We are all human beings. We are not happy every day. We are, not in a good mood every day. It's normal. It's part of us.
What do you do to overcome that?
I fight against that. It's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say our mind, it's a box of surprises, and you have to challenge yourself to be consistent.
Imagine walking out the door a loser. I'd rather die. I would rather die than be that loser guy.
When your excuses make you feel a little bit better about the fact that you didn't execute on what you needed to execute on, then they can make you feel better. But they're not helping you. They're not helping you at all.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop making goddamn fucking excuses and just do it. Please take my advice. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. I'm trying to explain to you, the harder you work at anything in life, the faster you're going to get to your goal, the better you're going to be. It will always be like that in everything we do. Remember that.
You have no idea the fucking feeling that I have going through my body right now, man. This is a fucking dream come true.
Put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots. And you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big.
And I'm saying to you, what if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
You can never lose faith.
You should be a monster because you have to want it. You have to want to be better.
A lot of people are afraid to even try hard because then if you try hard and you fail, you feel like a failure. But the aspect of being a failure doesn't come from the success in the end. It comes from if you really quit on yourself, or if you don't put in the effort you know you can put in and you're kind of holding back on your true potential. That's when I think you really deep down feel like a failure, like underneath your soul.
I'm a warrior. I go to the core. I am Invictus. Nothing crushes me, nothing. Doesn't even come close. And if it does, I rise again and again and again.
I'm trying to tell y'all, school teaches kids how to be failures. And it teaches kids how to get a better job and work for the rest of their life. They don't teach mental health. They don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. None of that shit. They going to teach you how to be programmed.
I think after high school, take a year off. Take 2 years off. Join the Peace Corps. Travel. Go figure things out. Or just enjoy yourself. For the first time in their lives, they're adults.
This is the secret of the successful people. This is what I've committed my life to doing. I told my mom when I was 16 years old, one day I'm going to be successful.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a multimillionaire. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthy and have a nice home and take care of your family. But the system will tell you, you have to work, you have to be an employee. When you realize that the way to make money, the way to liberate yourself isn't through the ways of the system. It's not through a 9 to 5. It's through self-development. It's through the understanding of the game. It's through understanding how the system works and understanding how to exploit the system to your advantage, because there's loopholes that were created intentionally by people that created the rules of the system that you abide by.
The best measure of wealth is what you have minus what you want. And by this measure, some billionaires are broke.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything.
People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even have to respect you. When you look in the mirror, you better love what you see.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you could be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
That's the truth.
It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
Let me tell you the best advice I ever got at Harvard. You want to be great? You need to sacrifice. And the more painful the sacrifice, the greater you'll be.
How do you predict these? If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
You just do the work and you get there. The human mind, the human body, the human psyche is so pliable. You can literally become anyone and anything.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
If your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing. From the movie The Professionals, I listened to Bill Heron give his testimony yesterday. From the movie The Professionals, it said, we joined because we believed. We stayed because we were committed. We left because we were disillusioned. But we came back because we were lost. Without a dream, we are nothing.
Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did.
Don't complain. Don't murmur. Don't talk negative. That's average people talk normal. Average people talk problem. The greats talk solutions.
Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing.
You know, people need to have purpose to get up. They need purpose to perform. You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There's no 5K. There's no I'm going to get into school to be this or that and still perform to the highest level. Because what people don't get is one day that thing's going to come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not going to be ready when the time comes. The purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us because the very purpose is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
I believe that no matter what happens, I believe you have control of your own mind and you can fight against it. I believe if you change your circumstances in your life, you may feel different. I refuse to accept that there are people out there who cannot become happy, contented individuals. I refuse to accept we live in a world where God has created people who, no matter how hard they work and how good their life becomes, can't be happy.
You're the captain, you're the master, you're the foreman, you're the general, you're the head. Don't give control of this to nobody. Negativity, you can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. You can coat your mind from negativity.
Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking of what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're gonna figure it out.
In life, when dreams do come true, anything you want can happen and become a reality. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought, okay? And I say that not from something I read, that's from something I lived.
He's something. Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! Never give up! Never in your life give up!
They don't know me, son.
Get it.
18. They don't know me, son.
Get it. 19.
They don't know me, son.
Yeah.
I'm unbeatable. I can't be beat.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up.
The man who never failed, the man who never fell has no glory. The man who fell and got back up, that's where his glory is. The man who fell 20 times and got up 21 times, that man has even greater glory.
Wow.
That man has more courage, way more courage than the guy who was so strong from birth that he never failed.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. Oh yeah. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder.
I will never quit. Because if you quit, you're done. You may still be alive walking around on this earth. You're done. I will never quit. I will persevere and I will thrive on adversity. My team expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than our opponents. I hold myself to that standard. I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger, and I will work to maintain that position.
Anything you want, you can get, period. And you gotta wake up and tell yourself that every single day. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself what you really want. You're the one. And when you realize that, boy, I'm telling you, you're gonna be very powerful. Because you can control what you can control. The world is in your hands. And we're just waiting to see what you're gonna do with it.
You gotta believe the delusion. Because it's only delusional until it works. So is it really delusional?
You have to be crazy enough to think that it's possible.
If you tell yourself enough times that it's possible, it can be possible. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds motivational speaky, and I know it sounds fugazi, but imagine every single day, instead of saying, oh, my day sucks, instead of getting up and being like, oh, life is terrible, instead of complaining about your friends and your neighbors and your coworkers, imagine your entire mindset was just like, it's possible to get to the next level. It's possible to be great. It's possible to make more money. It's possible to be more healthy. And your entire perspective on life, your worldview was positive. Even if you had to lie yourself into believing that. Sometimes you have to create a delusion, right? A delusion that is so far out there that people will think you're crazy.
Most people will not understand your obsession, your drive, and your determination. Success is a lonely journey. That's just a reality. And most people are not going to understand why you're so driven, why you're so obsessed. And if you try and make them understand, you're going to end up frustrated. The best advice I can tell you is go on the journey by yourself. It is the best journey, man. Leveling up, making more money, losing weight, getting fit, becoming the best version of yourself is the fucking most awesomest journey you will ever go on. But it's a journey that you will probably go on by yourself.
As soon as he said, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, I think people stopped thinking about goals. And he made a really great argument, which was everybody at the start line of the 100-meter race has the same goal. It's to win. So it's not the person who has the best goals. It's the person who has the best systems and preparation.
See, look, the clock is ticking. The clock never stops ticking. Time don't wait for nobody. So why you sitting here wasting your day away thinking that you deserve tomorrow when you playing with today? That's crazy. Until you realize that you're wasting your life away and that you're not going to be able to get this time back, just set yourself up for failure. And I hope that you can live with that. I can't, though.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
If you don't commit to it, it's not gonna come into fruition. It's not just gonna happen overnight. It's not just gonna fall in your fucking lap. I don't know what the fuck you niggas thinking. You gotta commit.
And I'm telling you from the bottom of my soul, it is so easy to beat people today. They are so soft. They have no work ethic. No one can stick with anything. Everyone's distracted. They're on social media. They're counting their fucking notifications because they can't stick with shit.
No, you have to hit rock bottom.
No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you.
Because no one's effing coming to save you. No one's going to make you better at your business. No one is going to get you to be a better persuader of people or framer of people other than you.
Sometimes your motivation needs to be because no one else wants to fucking do it. We need doctors. We need fucking lawyers. We need dentists. We need teachers. We also need fucking savages.
And start living like a savage who deserves success, abundance, happiness, security, prosperity, legacy, meaning, fulfillment, significance, purpose.
Sometimes things are gonna be so tough. Stop fighting it. Stop trying to understand it. Just survive it. Take all that energy and just survive it. Like, bro, day by day, moment by moment, situation by situation, like my dogs say, be where your feet are. Just survive it, right? And then you're gonna get to a place, you're gonna be on top of the mountain one day, and you're gonna say, man, I see exactly why I had to face and go through that.
It might be April where you are, and you're expecting nice weather and shit, but it's 20 degrees. So, you might be somewhere where it's too fucking hot. So, you might have sore legs, sore back, sore shoulder. So, the struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder.
That's why I even try and tell people that just embrace the struggle, bro, because one day it's going to be done.
Life for the average man is going to get harder and harder. It's becoming more and more competitive. You need to find more and more ways to stand out and be unique. And the only way to really do those things, unfortunately, as a man, is to suffer. And that's one of the reasons I'm kind of glad that God put me in jail, because if you look at anything that builds a man into a man, there's a degree of suffering. It's very hard to become a man and have a man who's respected and has stories and is capable when he only had a nice life and nice experiences. It's usually the things that made you the best version of you are usually the worst things that happened to you.
Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did. It's going to take fucking a long ass time. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 times as long as you think it's going to take. Along the way, you're going to lose all your fucking friends. You're probably going to lose some significant others too along that way. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get bullied. You're going to get harassed. You're going to get attacked on the internet daily. All right? You're going to struggle. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to owe people money. You're going to fuck up your bank account. There's going to be multiple fucking days where you don't think that you're going to make it. And those days sometimes last for months. There's going to be, nobody's going to relate to you. No one's going to understand why you're doing it. Everybody's going to question it. You're going to have to answer it every single time, and it's going to piss you off. And bro, this is the life that you're choosing. Like, you're choosing it, and then so you can't be surprised that it's hard. This is what the fuck you're signing up for.
You ain't no boy no more. This ain't no base. This ain't no, I want to go party. You giving up that right when you had kids. Hey, party's over with out of time. Not time to be partying no more. Now it's time to create a legacy now. You had your fun. Now get to work.